Hi. So this is a narrated practice session. I'm going to be working on a scale called 8-note dominant, which is one of my favorites of the three primary scales that you need to play over all the chord types in modern harmony. This scale works over a chord family called 13 flat 9, raised 9, flat 5. It's a symmetric chord type, meaning symmetric means an even division of the octave. In this case, 8-note dominant is half step, whole step, half step, whole step. And because of that, it has it's very easy to get nailed down with the fingering, because once you've got it, it looks the same all over the neck. So here. So if I start on F sharp, go 1, 2, 4. Same thing on A, on C. Okay, so that's dividing the octave up in this way as a division of 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got this. Okay, and what does that represent? That's really a diminished 7th chord, right? So what this is, if we're going half step, whole step, half step, whole step, then we've got another diminished 7th chord superimposed on that. And okay, so it all looks the same. I'll show you there sort of slowly here, and there's some great things to visualize there. So I'm going 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1. Then the same thing happens again on the G string. So there's that look. 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1. So if you get some legato chops with that a little bit. Very cool scale. So here's like A13 flat 9. You can see that. So obviously I'm using distortion here instead. I use this in multiple styles. It's great for bebop, of course, and so I wouldn't be using a distorted sound. But today I'm just working on this with legato, and the idea is sort of to get away from the scale, you know, one note after another scale thing, like I was just showing you. And it's very cool, and that's something to use once in a while. But what we try to do, we meaning me and myself, is get some intervallic things going that sound cool. Like, sorry. So, again, when we've got the shapes looking the same, there's some great things you can do there. So we'll stick with A13 just for now. So if I do, I'm seeing this. In fact, let me talk about this first. Melodic couples, meaning any two notes. There's single line, then melodic couples, then a triad, and then four-part and up, right? Those are all chords. Melodic couples are not chords. They're two notes. That's what they're called, melodic couples. Doesn't matter if they're fifths or minor seconds or 13ths, or that's a melodic couple, okay? So the melodic couples look the same. Here's, these are a sixth interval apart. That's a nice sound. I mean, for that kind of shape. So, obviously there's going to be some intervallic ideas you can do there as well. Why am I hitting that? A lot of really very cool things you can do with this scale. So, I have a technique I like to play around with, which is sort of a chicken picking kind of thing. And I go 1, 2, 3, and then back to that first tone. Wow, what a fun thing that is. So against that pedal A. Something definitely worth working on there. String skipping with it, I like to do this. Sliding with this is really fun too. And then adding a top note here and there. So I'll hit this chord again. I'm sorry. Now you can pull triadic shapes out of it. So in a 13 flat 9 chord, let's say A13 flat 9 right now, we've got an F sharp major triad, which is an outstanding choice. Glad you came up with it. And so we've got alternating triads here. There's actually 4 instead of 2, which you'd find normally in other chord families or chord types. So here we got F sharp and E flat. It's C and A. Awesome, right? So, if you can get used to outlining those triads in one area instead of having to, jump And that's great if you want to slide and you want to do that, that's fine, but not doing it just because you have to. So if you stay in one area, here's that F sharp, here's that E flat, right? So here's F sharp, and here's E flat. Right? They have a common tone, so you can, that's something to think about. So that's very cool. So the sky's the limit with this thing. I like doing these thirds. Right? Great for legato. It's a little tough when you're alternate picking, and I'm not even going to try to alternate pick because with this sound it just all mushes together. Wow. Right? So you can go up to some, like target something. I'm sorry. And it really kicks butt. Ah. And so it's a dominant chord in minor, right? So getting used to this idea of to target your tone in, let's say in this key, into D minor. Again. It's really fun. So, you should get used to seeing the shape, of course, all the way across the neck. So slowly. So there I'm going, and I'm sliding down, and so you'll see this shape here. Right? Half step, whole step, slide. Then the next string, half step, whole step, slide. Again, same thing. So that's a good place to start, just doing this. I'm sorry. So I go in and out of alternate picking with a different rig, a different guitar and everything, and so it takes me a bit of time to adjust because the left hand, when you're alternate picking, doesn't do anything as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the pick is the whole 9 yards there, and it's taken up all the slack and giving all the attack. And so when you jump from one form to the other, one approach to the other, it's a significant thing. You got to get your fingers used to. So, and that's why one of the first challenges I find is that I'll rush notes. My fingers are going, why are you making me do this in time over here? Why don't you let this do everything in time? So, when I'm sliding, I can't be wimpy about it. It's got to be a real pronounced movement. I would suggest that for anybody who's practicing legato playing. Do things slow and make sure so when you do that quickly, it comes out pretty good, real clean and on time. So, when you practice 8-note dominant, you want to keep in mind that what you're working on is good for 4, count them, different 13 flat 9 chords. I'm just saying 13 flat 9, so that also means raised 9, flat 5, or any combination thereof. And if you're not used to that, you have to get into your harmony a bit more. But that's a chord stack, and we call it a chord family, starting from the root and stacking those tones on top of each other. So in A, the flat 9 would be B flat, and the raised 9 would be C, and the flat 5 would be E flat, and the 13 is F sharp. So that means that chord is derived from this scale. That makes it a very, very important scale to know. Okay? So, that was, I just said A13 flat 9, right? But I also said this is all symmetric. So this is also good for F sharp 13 flat 9, C 13 flat 9, raised 9 flat 5, and E flat. So if I have a progression that's going B flat minor 7, try to pull back the distortion a little bit here, to E flat 7 flat 9 flat 5. That's your scale source right there. Whether you're, I don't even like to say where you're starting from, but in this case, first you have to learn the scale, so you've got to start somewhere, right? So you say, oh, I see that A, C, E flat, and F sharp are all starting points for this scale because it's all the same notes, just starting in different places on the neck. So again, there's B flat minor 7 to E flat altered. Same thing in G. There's A minor. I'm going to D7, raise 9. So if I've got D7 flat 9, what are my 4 8-note dominant scales? So you got to get sort of quick, don't you? Don't you? You got to really think about it. So A flat, B, D, and F. So you could use that and just then target a tone that's not one of those notes. I'm sorry, wrong scale. All right, do that. Again, really fun. I could spend hours on 8-note dominant, and I mean, both when I'm playing legato and when alternate picking with 8-note dominant is scary fun. I'm just not set up to show you that right now, but so get inventive, man. You know, you see that shape and you can just stay in one place for an hour. Right? So write a little lick and then target a note. Really cool. Let's see, what did I just do? I'm working on something called Visual Guide Tones 12, the last lesson of that series, and we talk about a paradigm, which is, it's called Paradigm 1, which is moving your fingers from one note to another like this. Which I, you know, when I was younger would just think that's, well, why would I work on stuff like that? Now, as I practice and as I write my own compositions that are difficult, because I never write things just for me. I write them maybe on a keyboard because I hear a line. What I mean is I don't write it so it's easy for me on guitar. I write a line because I like the line. And I may write it on piano and then go, oh, what have I done? You know, because I want to double it on guitar. So you find out instantly that there is nothing, you know, that you work on that's not relevant or useful. And so having an idea that you may have to be up here for this melody, and you have to come down and finish a line because you got to hit a chord here. that's all about is not the lick. It's about getting there with the right finger at the right, in time. And so it entails not just first finger to first finger, but having a line like this. And then knowing that you're going to have to go. Whatever, when you get people that write for you that don't know anything about guitar, that's when you go, oh, it's really worth practicing that. And so that's what I do. I actually practice things like that, as well as trading fours ideas, which those of you who know me, trading fours is the idea of just comping and playing line for yourself, like I was just doing there. All right. I hope you have fun with that one. 8-note dominant. Stick with it. Don't let it frustrate you. It's really, really fun and useful. See you later.